Well, in December of 2021, tornadoes went through the area and damaged about 4.5 miles of 500 kV line.
If you can imagine the biggest power line that you have ever seen, that is basically what this power line is. This is the main power line between a generation plant in Missouri and a generation plant in Arkansas. It's like the biggest pipeline you can get. In the United States, there aren't very many that are operated that are any bigger.
It doesn't serve individuals, it serves thousands and thousands of individuals.
So that you can help replace and get power to the entirety of Missouri, the entirety of Arkansas.
In this particular case, they're lattice towers, and it just basically wadded them up and threw them on the ground.
We're talking about 17 structures that are between 120 and 200 feet tall. The weight and steel of each structure is going to be between 30,000, 50,000 pounds. Each of the members in these lattice structures has to fit perfectly together and bolt up to each other in order for it to be a strong, cohesive system. As soon as you bend them, you have one member start to fail, then you get catastrophic failure of the entire structure.
Everything's big on this project. The towers are big, the wires big, the tensions are big. So it requires a lot of care and knowledge and knowing what you're doing because of the size. This is what we do for a living. Our teams are well experienced in all the different aspects needed. We immediately had some of our field people out there, so then the job was to step in and get it back in service as quickly as possible. There's a tremendous financial impact as well as a reliability impact to get it back in service just as quickly as possible.
Basically, there were 2 or 3 different routes we could take. You don't want to hurry through that, but you also want to do it in a time frame that gets everything done quickly. There were a lot of different decisions that had to be made concurrently, basically, that decided which direction we were going to take.
You're trying to do everything at once, so everything has to be concurrent instead of sequential. So we had people getting a contract to clean up all the debris and damage that was occurred. In the meantime, we're doing redesigning and looking for alternative materials to determine how can we build this back the quickest.
The original steel manufacturer who made these towers to start with offered to stop production on everything else they were working on and just immediately get on making these members for us. They even did it in order so that we could start working on the south end of the line, build the structures, and that we would get those members first.
Hardest thing we had was getting materials. We were able to negotiate a deal for the steel that was really unprecedented at the time in turnaround time, which really sped things up quite a bit and made a huge difference. Knowing the soils down there, knowing the working conditions we were going to have.
Most of these structures are out in soybean and rice fields that get very flooded. It's not the type of area where you just drive normal vehicles right up to the structures. The contractor that actually won the construction bid decided they were going to use helicopters, and that helped a lot.
They assembled it in pieces, and then they used an air crane helicopter to lift these pieces into place.
We pride ourselves on taking on difficult challenges, working through them. The whole you can eat an elephant by taking it one bite at a time is something that we embrace. We never run into a problem out there. It's just an opportunity. From start to finish, it was approximately 6 months from the time that the storm took the structures down until we released the line back to be energized. Everything was safe. The client and clients were all very happy with that timeline. It was definitely shorter than what we had originally shot for. I think we beat our approximation by about a month.
Our team did a great job. Our clients were very happy with the times and the efforts and the quality of the product as it was completed.
Just from experience, what we were being told is, this isn't going to happen. The time period can't possibly work to get this up and running by midsummer. There's times, especially in this business, where it feels like everything takes years. And we were able to make it take months. And I would definitely brag on our team for the amount of work that we put in, the focus on making the right decisions at the right time. There was a lot of moving parts. A lot of people had to step up. I'm proud of what we accomplished. When you get a lot of people working together and working together well, then you can accomplish really big things.